And we're back yet again with the horrifying misadventure that is Doki Doki Literature Club. I begrudgingly am Rogue Arbiter, joined by Aiden and Calico Chronicler. Um,
Fiddlesticks.
just as the words on the screen say, I'm afraid, not just to bring anything up, but really to continue this game, but
Yes.
we really don't have too much of a choice, and honestly, I think Calico's taking the blunt of it,
I'm psyched.
or the brunt of it. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
I don't really have a choice, do I? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Trini Kitty. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true, isn't it? I hand Monica my poem.
Mm-hmm. Great job, Trini Kitty. I was going, oh, in my head while I was reading it.
Oh, I bet you were.
It's really metaphorical.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you.
It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri wait, what? You know that... Oh, she said in a different tone. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? That's why I wrote it. Writing that's full of... what? Oh,
Imagery and symbolism.
Imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier. I think... Oh, she talks so much.
Yeah, she does talk a lot.
She's the leader. I think if she gets too stimulated...
Oh, she was stimulated, all right.
Oh, yeah. She ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time.
Suddenly, the door is open, or the door opens.
Yuri?
I'm back. Did I miss anything?
Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other.
Already? I'm sorry for being late.
No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed.
Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now.
Anyway, do you want to read Do you want to read my poem now?
No.
Don't worry, I'm not very good.
Oh,
Better not be like Sayori's poem, like, get out of my head, get out of my head.
Right. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know.
I see. Well, let's read it then.
Okay.
Oh,
it's a hole in the wall one.
It's a hole in the wall.
Okay.
You want to read it again? Because we've already read it.
No, we've already read it before.
Yeah, we've already... yeah. Alright.
So what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah. Oh,
I'm
hey,
sorry.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Your mother. Ah. Sorry. Well, I'm sure.
Well, you see, I drilled a hole in your wall while you were sleeping, so I could stalk your mother.
Yes. Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day.
Oh boy.
Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up a bit. Tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow.
I'm going with the flow, and the flow is very terrifying.
That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Swoosh.
We got a speech every day, wow.
Who should I show my poem to next? How about the only person left in the room, Yuri? Swoosh. Are you scared again? Pause.
Nothing scary.
As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Pause. Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. Why am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really? Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Pause. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words of the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical for new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. Oh, I bet you did. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize as the new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter as they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. It's hard to talk with a lisp, but I've done it so long I can't change it now. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about other people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself or to me or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? And then it's Ghost Under a Light again. Read that already. Pause. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took me a long time to read. That was her. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. Wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Hoo hoo! Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Trinity. Really? I must have totally missed the point then. Dipshit me, right? Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. You are pretty stupid. Remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than simple storytelling or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to the ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. It's soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. Oh, you know, I was really nervous about doing this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Trini Kitty. Ah, you shouldn't. You know what? Me too. Swoosh.
Big swoosh.
Big swoosh. Fee you! I guess that's everyone.
Picture's back.
Oh, good. The picture's back. Yeah. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. This whole game is more stressful than I expected. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. That's right, get your ass up. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their expressive poems. They're gonna fight again, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
My throat is so sore. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language?
Did you say something?
Well, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Oh, thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. Sayori didn't pick up on that. She gave up pretty quick, actually. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Eh?
You mean you have... Oh,
You mean
I'm
you have
sorry.
to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but really didn't... Oh.
Come off that nice at all, I'm sorry. My button finger, it twitches.
Mine does that too sometimes.
Well, I do have a couple of suggestions.
If I was looking for any suggestions, I would have asked for some who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it. And Trini Kitty did too.
Don't you dare pull me into your bullshit.
So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all...
Excuse me? I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't. And Trinity liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh. I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Trinity appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Ew!
Nails on a chalkboard.
Well, you know that.
You know what?
I was the one who's just got it.
You want to try that one again?
I was the
I
one
want
who's
to.
just got magically bigger in size as soon as Trinity started showing up.
I could barely understand that, but okay. Natsuki! Don't look at my boobs, you bitch.
Natsuki, that's a little...
This doesn't involve you.
You guys are both supposed to do it at the same time.
You and I are better in tandem. Aiden's too busy giggling in the corner.
I like how we both laughed at the same thing when I was also on that part too.
Oh
gosh.
Oh, that's happening. Oh.
Babe, keep reading, keep reading!
So you are your insecurities on others that like that? You really act as young as you look, Natsuki.
Me? Look who's talking. You want to be edgy.
Bitch. Edgy? Sorry, so my lifestyle is too much for someone someone of our mental age to, I'm sorry. Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend.
See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know.
If you want to prove anything, it's to stop harassing others like with your thickening attitude. You think you could counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try.
Damn.
Whoa.
Be careful. Be careful of what you might cut yourself at the edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you?
Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head?
Yeah, go on. Let Trinity hear everything you think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this.
Ugh. Suddenly, Yuri turns toward me, as if she just noticed I was standing there. Trinity, she's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true.
She started. Pause. Oh, whoa. Okay.
Wait, babe.
Is
my
you
game,
want
remember?
to? Is it? You're the one. You're
There-
like hiding under a blanket.
I know.
Well, everything's like spazzing out right now.
I kind of read while it was like, one of them said, oh, it doesn't matter who you pick, something. I read something like that.
Okay, so
So I'm supposed to agree with one of them.
who are
right?
you gonna agree with?
Okay, so what am I agreeing with? I don't know.
You're siding with one of them.
I know, but like,
Who's being a bigger bitch? You know, don't side with the one who's a bigger bitch.
don't side with one that's bigger bitch.
Yeah. Who's a bigger bitch right now?
Natsuki's a bigger bitch.
Alright, then go with Yuri. You're on Yuri.
Okay.
There you go.
They're getting closer, babe. They're getting closer,
I don't
babe.
think they can get any closer.
I'm thinking number between 1 and 7.
Think of another number between 1 and 7. Wrong. Oh,
It's me.
it's Monica.
I got my shield.
It's Monica.
Do I press it? Hey, Trini Kitty. Why don't we step outside for a little bit? Is she gonna off me? Okay.
Okay.
Oh gosh. Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right?
I feel like we've read this before.
Anyway, probably. If this makes you want to spend less time with others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead.
Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom, crying.
Crying.
Oh, she's sad.
Oh, you're sad.
You're sad. She quickly runs away.
Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're all done.
real quick, can you do your evil, like, villainous, like, anime chick laugh for me real quick?
I can't do it on cue.
Just the...
I can attempt it on cue.
You try it? Okay.
That's my best one I can do on cue.
It's better when it's genuine.
Yeah, it's better when it's genuine.
Calico has, like, the genuine, like, pompous, fucking, like, school, like, class president, like, laugh, you know, in anime, like that evil, just, it's the funniest shit in the world. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri! I didn't mean it! I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri meant, or might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Trini Kitty, please don't hate me. Please! I'm not like this. You sure? There's something wrong with me today.
It's fine, Yuri.
Tampons.
We know you didn't mean
it. You can't just...
Improv.
You can't just randomly yell tampons in... I don't get...
Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely.
Pause.
What's that supposed to mean?
Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want.
Now we start an emergency meeting.
Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You could go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little longer.
I'm the present, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done.
Pause. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take the responsibility today.
It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri.
It's not like that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Trinikitty. It would just be embarrassing with you listening.
I guess I don't really have a choice, do I?
I'm sorry for causing trouble. Okay, I guess we're writing a poem, but I think we're gonna stop right there for today. Thank you for joining us, on another thrilling episode of Doki Doki Literature Club. Yes.
Yes.
I'm too scared to just say anything else. We need a break, so, well, I guess we'll see you next time.